will ban out the Invoker as the first ban. Faceless Void predictably going to be coming out right now as the next ban for Team Only One. Looks like I'm wrong. They're taking their time with this one.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Instead, they'll go for the alternate route of removing the Juggernaut.
Seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
And there you go. It will be the Draw Ranger ban coming out right now as the ban on the side of Thunderbolts. Sereno, he did play the Draw Ranger in the previous game that he won, if I'm not mistaken, built into the Power Tread Tequila as well as the Shadow Blade.
5 seconds remaining.
Most likely going to be Faceless Void.
Reserve time.
I don't think they'll let. Yeah, I don't think they'll let the Faceless Void run through this time around. Oh, actually, Faceless Void makes it through.
Radiant team pick.
Immediately on the pickup right there by Thunderbolts. I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity there. Faceless Void is incredibly useful with a Chronosphere. Of course, what makes him even more useful is that Time Walk. Backtracking any damage taken in the last 2 seconds. And right now, let's see what Only One will go for. Ming, the captain, the drafter.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Well, non-counters for Faceless Void will be heroes with long silences, long lockdowns, looking at perhaps Storm Spirit, heroes that can chase, close the distance really fast. But interestingly enough, what we haven't seen yet in this particular tournament are Phoenix. We haven't seen a Phoenix yet. And as I say, that Vengeful Spirit will be the pickup right now from Ming, as well as the Mirana. He gets that Mirana that he wants. Let's see if he's able to make use of it. Looking to rush into that Aghanim Scepter as fast as he can, but of course, that remains to be seen if he does even have the space to farm for it. As right now, Thunderbolts will have the opportunity to pick up for the second hero now. 10 seconds.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They will go for that Bounty Hunter, who will be that position 4, roaming around with an Orb of Venom, being a nuisance with a Shadow Walk, Janata Strike as well as Shuriken, maybe even looking to go for a Courier Snipe, depending on how things go. And right now, it will be the ban phase, as it looks like Only One.
5 seconds remaining.
Gonna move to the third ban.
Reserve time.
Looking supremely confident. They are on the right side of the stage. Finally, they make the decision to remove that Tinker. So then Mirana most likely going that mid lane, does not want to face off against something as powerful as a Tinker. Once the Tinker gets the Aether Lens, Aghanim Scepter, Blink Dagger up and running, it's very difficult to push into the high ground. Thunderbolts will be choosing to ban the very popular pick of the Ogre Magi, becoming a trend in this recent games at Miri E-League tournament.
Team ban.
Shadow Demon will be the ban over on the side of the die, removing another strong support, knowing that Thunderbolts yet needing one more spot. But then again, they could have picked it for themselves, considering they do have the subsequent pick right after this ban in Thunderbolts now. will remove that slug out of the picture, and immediately,
Dire team
let's see what only one will want to go for, the third pickup of the game.
pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And we'll go for that lion support.
Radiant
So
team pick.
Vengeful Spirit and Lion roaming, and a immediate Disruptor pickup actually by Thunderbolts. So Disruptor playing well with the name, Thunderbolts, as well as the Thunder Strike being there for him. Of course, now the fourth pick right now for the Dire, only one. What will they choose to go for?
10 seconds remaining.
They need an off-laner, Tidehunter still in the pool, Earth Spirit still in the pool,
5
Timbersaw as
seconds
well.
remaining.
They also need a hard carry.
Reserve time.
Intense discussion right now between them. Trying to decide this. Will be a Sensor War Runner, so
Radiant
we've seen it
team
3 times in a row. Thunderbolts now, it's their turn for the pickup. They've got the Faceless Void. How do they want to partner this up? They can go for a Lich for one of their supports. Synergize as well, able to control the lane as well with the
10
sacrifice.
seconds remaining.
Of course, the Frost Armor, very, very valuable against right clicks
5
of the
seconds
Mirana.
remaining.
They'll go for the Alk.
Dire team ban.
I guess we're in for a 1-hour game right now, guys. We've got the Alchemist on game with Grievel's Greed, of course, that passive, which just grants bonus gold up to 36. He's able to farm. Also, one thing to note, he's able to farm up Aghanim's Scepters for his teammates with the new Aghanim's Synth. Able to drop it off to the Disruptor, as well as the Faceless Void, saving a slot on the Faceless Void, who's able to just go full carry if he so desires. But of course, that means that the Alchemist will have to pick his own items first, as the next man will be on the Luna now. Let's see how Thunderbolts will want to go about this. They need to ban one more right-click hero, as only one needs a hard carry. Let's see who they want to go. The Knights could be a good ban, considering they got a very tanky Alchemist. Or at least, or rather, that is the plan. It will indeed be the Knights. I'm a mind reader today right now, guys. Thunderbolts with the final pickup. It will be an offlaner. Tidehunter, Earth Spirit, Centaur as the opposition. Most likely Darkseer to combo into the Chronosphere. But of course, that remains to be seen. About 10 seconds left on the clock.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Also, the Darkseer can take advantage of the Aghanim Scepter Synth with the Alchemist. Oh my word, it will be a Terrorblade. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But of course, Terrorblade, what makes him so dangerous is the fact that Metamorphosis actually has a 140-second cooldown, perhaps the longest cooldown. Oh, it's gonna be a Gyrocopter over the side of the only one. And right down the place, I'm gonna pick their heroes, gonna pick their lanes. I'm predicting this to hit about 40 minutes on a quick pause as some DCs coming in, just reconnecting to the game. Looks like GYD, Pray for Sagao will be playing onto the Faceless White, Antukatik, onto that Disrupted Jariano, onto the Carrier Alchemist, Explicit, onto the Bounty Hunter, Proof of Existence, no Arcana, onto the Terrorblade. Over on the side of the Dire, we've got... Oh, wait, Hercules is... We've got Ming onto the Gyrocopter, Hercules onto the Mirana, Scorpio onto the Vengeful Spirit, Coffee, Tea, or Me onto the Centaur War Runner, and Joker will be playing the Lion. Another disconnect as we wait for Ming to reconnect to the game. Successfully will do so, but I think that the teams will go when they're both ready. good luck, have fun, Lolok. Good luck, have fun, baby. So both players actually coming in with some good sportsmanship very late into the day. Proof of existence, all alone, looks to be the safe lane. Quite interesting right now, only one, looking to go for an early level 1 smoke. Let's see where they want to go with this right now.
30 seconds to battle.
Perhaps looking to bait to see if Proof of Existence will actually come for it. Some sneaky tactics. Over on the side looks like Explicit, scouting up ahead, will not find anything, so... And Proof of Existence will finally spot that the Mirana is right there, picking up that bounty rune. Of course, the other bounty rune goes to the Alchemist, who gets a bonus out of it, and immediately purchases up the Soul Ring recipe as well as Ring of Regeneration. A couple of 200 and some gold away from completing that Soul Ring, meaning that he'll just be able to spam that acid spray to his heart's content. And Proof of Existence actually playing solo bottom. No real support coming in. He's going to be an easy target right now. Joker goes for the Impale. Magic Missile going to come in as well. Conjure Image will be there, but the Proof of Existence will actually blow up. And this Ming chasing him from the back lines, trying to do the best damage as he can. Proof of Existence is juking left and right through the trees. Let's see if he's able to do so. Oh, they don't see him anymore. They see him now. He's going to the trees, eats one more tree, and finally will fall to that one last Impale. First Blood will fall to Ming. Not sure what they're thinking, putting the Terrorblade down there bottom all alone by himself. And very quickly, they were punished for it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Faceless Void already level 2. And very quickly the spots have actually finally returned. The Bounty Hunter still roaming around. Oh, once again, did I just see Alchemist? Did I see that correctly? Alchemist died in the mid lane. I'm very sorry for missing that. It looks like it was a Sacred Arrow into a double Starstorm. But most of it would seem to be from right clicks, but Gereno, perhaps not focusing on on that mid lane, paid the price for it. And they're just looking to deny each and every bouncer. And Ming over that bottom lane will have the support of Joker as well. And Sensor Warrunner being brought down really low. Faceless Void harassing him nice and dandy. Does have the Iron Talent, so just in case, able to go into that off lane if he so needs to. Now the Alchemist will have to be very careful. Doesn't have a lot of armor. And as I said, of course, Hall of Terror as well as Magic Missile coming in. But there's no mana on Hercules to proceed this any further. Instead, Explicit will be coming in, so it's got to be careful with that. Looking at last hits and denies, quite surprisingly actually, at the head of things is that Faceless Void, and right now Acid Spray coming in, as well as one Janata hit to Hercules. He'll be fine and dandy. Level 1 on the Grievel's Greed will more than enough provide for the Alchemist. Looks like Ming done here by himself, by his lonesome. But it looks like, oh, Explicit up to sneaky things. Perhaps trying to go for a courier snipe, but unfortunately it is already flying. Quite a full courier, might I say. Actually plops down a very aggressive observer ward in the back lines of things, just to make sure they have good eyes on whatever is coming. So Hercules definitely expecting the bottle coming in. Goes with the Janata hit onto him. Will be able to proc Fairy Fire coming out. Starstorm as well. One more arrow coming in. Will he go for the blind arrow? Nope. Not even gonna try it.
Dire's middle tower.
Just like that, explicit brought down low, but he does force that Mirana back, giving even more space for the Alchemist to farm up. Last hits and deny at the head of things is the Faceless Void, already with the Morbid Mask completed up, as well as the Iron Talent, so he's got the sustainability to stay in the lane, just regenerates from hitting the creeps. 0 for 2 right now, only one leading in terms of scores. Thunderbolt's yet to get a kill on board, but they do have a Faceless Void that's farming very, very well. And oh my, was that actually spotted out? I think it was. But let's see if any aggression comes out from this. And Proof of Existence actually will have to be very, very careful. Over in the mid lane, trying to dive things. Explicit being brought down low. One more arrow coming in. Oh, will fall. Mirana gets a double star summon over in the bottom lane. This is where the aggression is coming in. Ming tries to bait them in. Kinetic Field will be there. Metamorphosis as well. Ming being brought down low. Thunder Strike will be there to scale to get. Antikitic still surviving right now. Moonlight Shadow being popped down as well. Very far where Antikitic needs to survive. But right now, Proof of Existence, it's not the best idea to fight him right now, considering he is in that Metamorphosis. Will last for about a few more seconds. And we'll be able to prove. So that's the first kill right now for Thunderbolts, and it is onto that carry Gyrocopter in the aggressive tri lane. They did lose the bounty hunter mid, but Gereno being provided even more space right now, completing up that Armlet of Modigian pretty soon. Faceless Void looking to complete up the Vladimir's offering. Open the bottom lane, Explicit being spotted out by that Sentry Ward, and Rocket Barrage brings him down really, really low, but just as that Sentry Ward expires, so doesn't have to worry about that happening a second time again. Proof of Existence right now. Has to be very careful onto that Terrorblade. He's being scouted out right now. Conscious Image up and goes just for the farming build right now. Another extra TP coming in. It's disrupted in the form of Antukichi. He actually picks up an extra level 4 now. 2 levels into the Glimpse. He has got good range on it. Let's see if he goes on the Scorpio. Yes, he will go. Kinetic Field coming up. Will he glimpse him back? Oh, all the way back on the other side of the Kinetic Field. Right now, Scorpio actually missed timing and missed walking. And right now, looking for the stun. A good Impale coming onto Explicit. Dust is being popped, as well as the arrow coming through. Proof of Existence at the backline of thing. And there he goes. Sensor Warden pops his ultimate, and that should be the bounty hunter to drop. Yes, he will be the only casualty for that, but I think Thunderbolts will be okay with it, considering it made a rotation come out from the Mirana, forcing 4 heroes on the Dire team onto this bottom lane. And as that happens, Gereno over in the mid lane and the Alchemist given more space for some right clicks onto this tier 1 tower. Actually, it will fall pretty soon, perhaps in the next couple of waves. And right now, getting over the top lane, Faceless Void getting a kill. That's going to be the Chronosphere. One of the reasons why Faceless Void has been such a popular ban, or of course because of plays just like that, able to bring down the very tanky Centaur War Runner. 2-4 the score right now, 7 minutes into the game, and it looks like Ming trying to play still aggressively on this trial. I would have expected them to swap things around, but looks like they're more than happy to stay with things around. Joker being scattered out, Janata Strike slows it down, Observer being passed, so you know it's right there. Kinetic Field as well being popped, so he will stop that down. Moonlight should have been committed, but already it's already too late. But then it comes called down from the ultimate, and Proof of Existence will fall. As over the mid lane, it looks like there's even more aggression, but there you go. The Chemical Rage will actually allow Gereno to... Oh, the arrow going off in a different direction. The Chemical Rage will allow Gereno to actually regenerate up. And there you go. Does have the armlet coming as well on the courier. So not worth it at all, a Terrorblade for the support Lion, but either way, I guess they'll take any trade that they can. Faceless Void being brought down low. Can he time walk away from this? Stampede being committed as well. There you go. There's time walk. Any time lock bashes coming up this. No time dilation. Already being brought down super low. Really well played there. Played it to the edge of his ability. 10 HP. Surviving on that. Sunstrike? No. As Antukichik getting some levels over the top lane. Wants to get his level 5. Especially that Static Storm, which will be so valuable in the team fight. Gereno on that Alchemist. We'll be working on his next item, likely completing the Boots of Travel. Well, let's see if he wants to go into the Radiance build, seeing how things goes. Considering his team doesn't really need the damage, considering there's a Faceless Void as well as a Terrorblade on their side. One can never doubt the build of Gereno. Could even go for Silver Edge. Bottom lane, proof of existence, what's he got in his stash? Well, infused raindrops, power treads, that's about it. 500 gold to spare as well. Ming on the other hand, phase boots, morbid mask as well as ring of Aquila. And they're prepping the jungle right now for that faceless void. Just a single stack. No stacks anywhere else. So Jorina will have to do some manual stacking themselves. They're pinging it out. They spot the Scorpio coming in. Looks like Explicit will proc it. Nope, actually. There you go. That's Junior proc coming in. Now GOID coming in on the faceless void. But the backlines of thing, Ming is there with the rocket barrage. Stampede being popped as well. Coffee, tea, or me stuck in the kinetic field. Stampede or not, my friend, you're stuck there. And there will actually be glimpsed back right now. Conjure Illusion coming out. Faceless Void will actually cast the Chronosphere, catches to Moonlight Shadow, but it's no use. Chronosphere does end though. Gotta be careful. They actually get the kill. The Faceless Void. So both Alvin is falling off and right as Hex straight onto the Bouncy Hunter. It is a 1-for-1 trade. But again, Mirana being forced to rotate down here. Arrow coming in. Gets the illusion. Almost getting a 5-second stun there. Proof of existence, has to be careful. Not enough mana for the Sunder, hoping that the mana regen from the infused raindrop kicks in. It's about 40 mana points away. And while all this happens, Alchemist being left to his own devices. Looks like only one will transition this into a tier 1 push on the bottom lane, and that should fall. And will do so. So that's even more gold coming into for them. Helm of Dominator should be coming up for the Gyrocopter pretty soon. Should start with stacks of their own. But as things stand, there's not many stacks in the jungle actually. So the supports have been too busy being defensive rather than being able to support the team. Well, they got a good read of what's happening right now. Sense of War now coming in the midst. Think that Field will come up and block him from going back, forward. Thunderstrike as well, providing vision. And disconnect coming out from the Vengeful Spirit, quite unfortunately. And we will have a quick pause. Hopefully he'll be able to reconnect with no real issues into the game. And here we are, unpausing straight into the game. Let's keep the tabs on net worth as Alchemist. No surprise really that he's at the head of things right there. 7.2k gold, 11 minutes into the game. But right now only one objective gaming base, looking to get this mid tier 1 tower. Joker at the backlines, ready to hex or impale anyone that comes to TP. And Explicit being spotted, being forced into the Shadow Walk. Arrow coming in. Oh, just misses him by an inch. And that will be the tower, but Team Thunderbolts, they are prepared for this. This is how they drafted. They're more than willing to lose map control in the early game, as long as they build this advantage that they've got on the Alchemist. Look at that. Most likely going to be a Radiance build coming in right now. And as predicted earlier on, I am on spot with my calls today. And that will be the Sacred Relic ready for purchase if he so desires. On the top lane, Helm of Dominator completed. Perhaps either a Dragon Lance for the Gyrocopter or even straight into the BKB. Probably needs a damage item though, another agility item just to tide things over, to cause a bit of harassment with that flat cannon. Well, Sacred Relic being picked up right now onto Drano. So this is going to be a split push build, not really a fighting alchemist.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, he's about 1,000 gold away from his Radiant, so not too far. So they're more than happy to, once again, lose map control. It's okay, the tier 1 towers are down. Just make sure we get a good start on the Alchemist, get a good start on the Faceless Void as well as Terrorblade. Terrorblade, of course, could be doing better, but there you go. Dragonlance will be completed in about 500 gold. Explicit's got to be careful. He's going to look for the Deny Shadow Walk right now. And we'll be able to pull it off? Nope, doesn't even try it. Actually, Wave of Terror coming in, just with the vision, and they spot the Shadow Walk coming out, but there's no invis reveal for them, so they will not chase that. 4 for 7 right now, the score. And while the towers are down, looking at terms of net worth, oh, as I said, that Glimpse coming back in, so cancels Ming's TP. He's got to be really careful right now. He's being caught off guard. Track as well, being there, being able to spot him. But Moonlight Shadow coming in. They've got to be careful how they re-engage this. Sentry Ward. They've been spotted Kinetic Field as well. Call down coming in from the Gyrocopter. Chronosphere, but already the Disruptor is out of the picture. And there's no damage coming in as the Hex comes on. And Gyrocopter is just so tanky. And a double kill for Ming as the Bounty Hunter and the Disruptor fall. Alchemist not ready to fight just yet. Shouldn't be here. Should just keep split farming. Just keep split pushing. No reason to fight right now, Alchemist. And Terrorblade even popping his Metamorphosis. I'm not sure for what reason. Perhaps looking to get a kill on that Centaur Warrunner, but already CW with about 1.3k HP. And look at that regen kicking in with the Tranquil Boots as well. More than happy to stay in the lane. Face Boots on the Mirana. No rush for the Aghanim Scepter. Instead, has gone for the Drums build as well. And let's see where she's able to bring out with this rune. Oh, disconnect from the Gyrocopter. Gyro. A quick reconnect into the game and we are back into this. I hope you've brought your popcorn because this is going to be a very long one. The recipe of the Radiance coming out onto Drano, and possibly going to look into the Manta Octarine next as he looks to become a split push nightmare. Just make sure the lanes are all pushed out. Might want to pick up the Boots of Travel though. There's over the mid lane. Track coming in onto the Centaur. Hercules caught out by the edge of that kinetic field. Time Walk out by the Faceless Void. That's right. Should not fight this. As there you go. Drano with that Radiance Burn looking to make things happen. One level in the Unstable Concoction, no real damage coming in. Ooh, that arrow, if it had been properly placed, would have made the Alchemist be in a little bit of trouble. There you go. Straight to the bottom lane, straight back to farming. 1,000 gold away from the Boots of Travel. Interesting thing to note is that the Radiance, of course, is that mischance. So Gyrocopter's got to be really careful with who targets, as well as the Mirana. And Drano pushing out the lane as much as he can. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. 1.4k gold in the bank. Should be able to get his Boots of Travel. Oh, there you go. Play it safe by the Telepet Scroll. Should be able to get his Boots of Travel by now. Oh, doesn't get the full bonus on it. Oh, just short actually, 300. And there you go. Those are the top tier 2 tower right now under pressure from only one. They're looking to make things happen. They want to get map control. And it is the Dragonlance indeed coming out from the Gyrocopter. Track onto the Mirana.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Drums being popped. Another track onto the Vengeful Spirit.
Radiant structures
Arrow.
are fortified.
Doesn't really hit anything.
Top tower is under attack.
Looks like they're just gonna fall back right now. Delta split. Gyrocopter is TPing out straight from under their noses, but looks like they won't even attempt to cancel it. as the CW does have the Blink Dagger up and ready. Ming, what's his next item? Yasha or straight into BKB? Interestingly enough, has not dominated a creep just yet. Does have that helm, but should be looking to stack this up. He does have the flat cannon to clear it very quickly. Gereno, fan of Elven Skin. Yeah, that's gonna be the Manta style. The beginnings of the Manta, the start of the split push. Boots of Travel already being picked up, so that's where most of his gold went.
Invisibility.
Faceless Void. No real progression from him considering he did die a couple of times. Diving in a little bit too deep. Also has not been farming as much as he would like to.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Metamorphosis
top tower is
being
under
popped.
attack.
And that's going to be a tier 1 tower on the top lane point. They're trying to exchange the towers, but Gereno's already there with that Radiance. And will clear out the wave very quickly. Tower will fall. Terrabit gets the last hit. Much needed goal for him. There you go. That's Yasha coming in.
A gift from the goddess.
And just going to continue pushing with his illusions right now as Mirana comes in to counter push with the Starstorm. Not much damage considering doesn't have the Aghanim Scepter yet, but will clear things up for Ming as the flat cannon makes quick work of that creep wave. Meantime, Gereno.
Of my way.
There you go. That's the Blade of Alacrity being picked up. Looking to split push as much as he can. 18 minutes into this game. Tier 1 towers on the side of the Dire side, all down. Mid, bottom, and same story as well. So actually in terms of map control, right about equal these two teams. Both of them do not have any tier 1 towers remaining, and as I said that, tier 2 pressure coming in right now from only one. Should fall with this push.
Radiant's top tower is
No
under
glyph
attack.
as well as it is on cooldown. And there you go,
Radiant's
tower will
top
fall.
tower has fallen.
Now Dire, will they continue to push or will they back off as the Alchemist is knocking? And there you go, TP coming in, that's the first one. 2, 3 TPs actually being committed for this. So right now they know it's safe to engage. Okay, so Warner is in the midst of thing right now. Chronosphere coming in, catches 2. Joker will be the one to fall. Moonlight Shadow comes in, no invis reveal. Thunderstrike will actually be there. Call down from the Gyrocopter will also be there, but all this while there is no Mirana and Vengeful Spirit here. And right now Gereno with that Radiance Burn will kill off the Lion. One more hit, yes. There you go, Acid Spray being dropped on as well, and Ming will fall. Double kill right there for Pure Existence. It's 7 for 9. I think it was very curious they decided to fight when already TP's coming over onto the bottom lane. Radiance doing so much damage right now, able to get that last kill, and of course I think 3 of those were track kills, so yeah, definitely track kills as already items flying out to himself, infused raindrops and quite a number of wards. So Gereno, 2.1k gold, approaching critical mass.
We'll take that.
Getting quite fat actually, considering that he's just about 200 gold away from his Manta style. So well played by Gereno, able to identify where it's safe to farm, where it isn't safe to farm. Very far ahead in terms of net worth. Actually almost double in terms of net worth. So Team Thunderbolts playing this one very carefully and methodically. Not really slipping up. Only one did have a slip up onto that top lane earlier on in that engagement. They should have just all retreated together, but they didn't account for that Bounty Hunter Shuriken toss, actually cancelling one of their TPs. And there you go, that's a completed Manta onto Gereno. Octarine Core should be his next item. Faceless Void, looking to go into... not sure what he's building into just yet. No idea, could be Diffusal, but I doubt it. I don't think it's wise for him to build an Aghanim Scepter just yet, because at the rate that the Alchemist is farming, I think the Alchemist could just drop him that Aghanim Scepter. I think Faceless Void should just focus on to... ooh, yeah, they know that something's wrong right there. It doesn't pop. Doesn't dispel, so they'll move on. And it just goes to show that illusion enough damage to actually take on a neutral creep camp. Will even get a kill onto the big creep. Track onto Ming. That will be his BKB up next.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And there you go, that's Drano doing alchemist things, pushing over onto this top tier 2 tower. And DD Rune being pinged out, and see who they give it to. More than likely it will be given to... Oh no, Jarakax actually goes to the top lane, so... Oh, 3 TPs actually being committed for this, so very interesting. Looks like they want to stick together as much as possible, and that's exactly what the alchemist wants. Let them stick. Just let me push out the lanes as hard as I can. There you go, he knows it's safe now to TP over the bottom lane. We're looking at terms of last hits, 189 last hits there for the Alchemist. 20 minutes into the game, not too bad at all. Consistently keeping at double the net worth, well, almost double, so to speak, 8,000 ahead in terms of net worth. Huh? Not microing his illusions, a bit too late on that. Could have done some damage, but not the most optimum movement. Right now, CW will have his headdress coming out. Arcane and Akia onto the Vengeful Spirit. Looking to build into the next item. Over in the top lane, Gyrocopter all by his oneself does have the BKB completed. Mirana finally perhaps will start to build into the Aghanim's Scepter. Oh, they think someone's there? No? There's nobody there, guys. Yes, it will be the Aghanim Scepter, and we'll actually have it really soon. As I say that, it has it already. So that's going to be a potential burst damage coming out onto the Bounty Hunter and the Disruptor. And of course we'll clear the illusions of the Manta as well as the Terrorblade relatively easy. Ming coming face to face with Jireno, does not want any piece of that action. And Jireno continues his crazy farming rate right now, just farming every single camp, including those in the Dire jungle. Once he has Octarine Core, that Chemical Rage will be off cooldown for so little. Even going for the taunt. Right there. Oh, arrow just misses. Oh, second bounty roll. Just how lucky can you get on the Alchemist? 5.3k gold all of a sudden. Oh my goodness. I think immediately, there you go, purchases up the soul booster. Very close to the Octarine right now. Proof of Existence pushing over this top lane. Let's see, does have a Manta style to his name, so even more illusions pick up. Looking to pressure. And look at this Dire team once again sticking together. Allowing more space for Jireno right now over in the bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they are gonna push with the illusions. Should send the illusions higher up just to cut off the creep wave here, but it looks like he's more than happy to just let it hit towers, and there you go. That's the Aghanim Scepter coming into play. And clearing off those illusions with great efficiency. Ming taking a stroll in the park through the threes. And the Wills be starting to build up possibly into the Yasha. See how the supports are doing over on the side of Thunderbolts. Orb of Venom, Smoke of Deceit onto the Bounty Hunter. All you need to do is just track and keep tracking up all these heroes. Try to secure the kills as much as possible. Proof of Existence. I'm not really sure where he wants to push with this right now. Again, Jireno has just afforded the space. They should try to gang this Alchemist. Yes, it will be difficult, but just look at that net worth right now. And if we look at, yep, 15,000, and most of that, my friends, is all down to that Alchemist farming at such a crazy rate right now. Pressure coming in onto this top tier 2 tower. Scan being used, but doesn't spot anything. Metamorphosis as well. Glyph will come in. Let's see if there will be any sort of defense coming in, but Bounty Hunter's already spotted things over right now. They're gonna try to see if they can defend this. Iso's in the trees. Actually, they actually get a good corner sphere onto 3 heroes. Static Storm as well being committed. Double Aghanim Scepter Snarlstorm falling, but Jireno in the back lines. Metamorphosis doing so much work, and a Bounty Hunter will fall. Finger of Death coming up before he does. Lion as well as the Centaur Warden will fall. Jireno is just so tanky right now. Will even get double kill, and 4 heroes being down. Unstable Concussion catches him on the end side of the thing. Iso will try to get one final right click, and that's a double kill for the Alchemist. Even's got the Octarine Core. And that is a complete team wipe. Buyback coming in from Mirana. Let's see if they're able to do anything. Arrow coming in from range, will miss everything. Really good play coming out from the Faceless Void, catching 3 heroes in that current. And yes, I was correct as well. It is a Diffuser Blade pickup indeed. Coming out onto that Faceless Void. Some minor mana burn, but of course what's useful is the Purge as well as the Slow Alchemist. 5k gold. Can just straight up buy an Aghanim Scepter for one of his teammates. Well, 27 minutes into this game, the score says it's neck and neck, 12 to 11, but we know an entirely different story right now. That Alchemist is just too much to handle. Let's see what his next item is. Does have something on the courier. Looks like it will be an Assault Cuirass, and most likely will be replacing the Soul Ring, as he looks to keep that armlet up and running now. Nighttime, Mirana. Not much damage, considering that only the Aghanim Scepter was just recently picked up. They did get a few kills early on, but it was on squish heroes like the Bounty Hunter. They're going to have a huge problem bringing out an Alchemist. Not to forget, of course, the Chemical Rage, base regeneration. Of course, that Terrorblade does have this Sunder. Able to just swap his HP either for an ally or for an enemy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, well, so closely to the Blink Pod. Moonlight Shadow catches 2 of the Hoof Stomp. Right now, Faceless Void immediately socked out, but there you go, that's a starting stomp. Chronosphere finally coming out, catching Scorpio at the edge of things. 3-man Impale coming out right there, but Gereno is in the midst of things with that Radiance, and it's going to be another team wipe. I think Faceless Void does fall at Ming. Next one for Sunder coming out as well, and he's brought down low, and there you go, that's a triple kill coming out for the Terrorblade. Another team wipe, second one in quick succession. Slightly misplayed there, that Terrorblade able to Sunder at that last minute up against the Gyrocopter. BKB wouldn't help you there, my friend, and Gereno right now just gonna keep hitting onto the tier 3 in that mid lane. Does have that Assault Cuirass, so the armor will be reduced by 5 as well, making this push extremely efficient as the buildings melt like butter. In terms of net worth, it is a typical Alchemist game, you could say. And instead of pressing advantage, he decides to TP back and push out this bottom lane, secure even more farm on him. Will be looking to complete an Aghanim Scepter. Very interesting to see who he puts it on. Disruptor will be very useful. But then again, Faceless Void will have the Chronosphere every other team fight if he gets it. We'll even send a courier over to the secret shop. There you go. Oh, actually forgets that all his items are in his stash. So the courier will have to go back all the way to the base to pick it up. Vision of the Dire team is certainly very dire indeed. Very little outside the very little outside the base, other than a single observer ward. Other than that, they've got very little idea of what's happening. Look at the Radiant, however, still having their tier 2 up, so they've got a rough idea of what's happening right now. Even placing out a sentry ward just in case Radiant have any vision right there. Quite a slow Roshan, but nonetheless Roshan that will be taken. 17 for 12, 30 minutes into the game. So the Aegis of the Immortal does go to the Terrorblade. An extra life for him as they push the final lane to get the Mega Creeps. Grouping up together. Let's see, I'm not sure who got the Aghanim Scepter. Oh, looks like it was a Disruptor, so there you go. Static Storm will mute items. That means that if he catches the Gyrocopter inside it, Gyrocopter won't be able to pop that BKB and just run out of it. And right now, Moonlight Shadow being popped. They've got to be very careful now. Arrow coming on, he hits the Faceless Void. Will he time walk this out? No, actually stays in the midst of things right now. They're just gonna hit the tier 2 towers, but over in the back line, that's where things are happening. Central War Runner trying to get things lined, being low as well. Static Storm coming in, catching tier 3 into the Chronosphere right now, as Central War Runner is the only one outside of it. 2 heroes drop in quick succession, 3 will drop in another team wipe right there, and then I think that's it. There's very little way they can come back from this, and they call it. GG being called. Kycer, onto you.
Radiant
Should be in Steam settings. Hey, item giveaway, mana? For people still staying here. Masuk lobby dulu. Hah? Sejuk ya? Captain for apa ya? Juk. Oh, yes. Toilet. Hey, the tails? Yes. With tails. Mau radiant daya kan mau first pick? Radiant. So Thunderbolt first pick. Juga Daya Shard Radiant. Okay. Thunderbolt's first pick. Jigbayasha Radiant means that's Kycer to sing. Jigbayasha, what? Radiant. Thunderbolt's first pick. Okay, got it.
team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
All we need is some booze over here. No, we cannot all. If there is booze, we can stay here for a long time.
Tomorrow early morning or
Hey.
Radiant team pick.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that your caster just fell asleep on that side of the table.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh my goodness. My boss is so happy with
5 seconds remaining.
you. So it seems the first pick was by
Reserve time.
a Bane. So the second pick is Winter
Radiant
Wyvern.
team
Seems that we're picking counters for the Bane.
pick.
What's
10
the second pick
seconds
of this
remaining.
thing?
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oh, there's a Dazzle.
Dire team pick.
Shallow Grave. There's two life-saving characters into the play by the Duke of Yasha at the moment. So we'll see how it goes.
Faceless Void.
Oh, the Faceless Boy got picked.
Radiant team ban.
I want to sleep also. My brain was jammed already for past few hours.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Right now we're straight into the pick and ban phase for the teams Duke of Yasha facing up against Team Thunderbolts 2. It looks like Winter Wyvern and Dazzle will be the pickup of Duke and Yasha, banning out the Mirana, Invoker as well as the Axe. And over the side of the Dire team, Thunderbolts 2 picking up the Bane and Faceless Void. Seeing a very purple hero pickups right now in all these three heroes. All facing to the right. They're banning out the Outworld Devourer, the Doom, as well as the Templar Assassin. So it'll be very interesting to see what they choose to ban next, having already taken out some strong mid heroes in the Mirana as well as the Invoker.
Dire team ban.
They will ban out the Disruptor, so not wanting any of that AoE silence, as well as the Glimpse, also very, very annoying indeed. And right now, it will be on Thunderbolts for the next hero. Probably gonna
10
ban...
seconds remaining. 5
No.
seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Tinker, still in the pool, that's one more thing. Oh, it will be the Medusa ban.
Radiant
right there
team
from the Dire team. And right now the third pickup by Duke of Yasha. They've picked up the Winter Wyvern and Dazzle, the Shallow Grave as well as the Cold Embrace, looking to try to rescue the heroes that are on the brink of death. But either way, it looks like on the side of
10
the
seconds
Dire,
remaining.
that Bane will have the Brain Sap, which is pure damage, all the way up to 300. And right now, Duke of Yasha, waiting for the third
Reserve
pick.
time.
1 minute and 30 seconds into the reserve time. Will they pick up the Tinker instead? That's one more thing. Instead, deciding to go for the Slaughter.
Dire team pick.
So quite likely going into that off lane, if I'm not mistaken, and over on the side of Thunderbolt Gaming. They got the Bane, they got a Faceless Void. What other heroes are purple, Kycer? What other heroes are purple?
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, Dazzle's on the other side, yeah.
Seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oh, it's actually going to be the Lifesteal, the next pickup coming out right there, over on the side of Thunderbolts. I lent him my pen, but I'm not sure it is cheaper.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Phantom Assassin.
It will be the Phantom Assassin pickup
Dire
that
team.
Kycer so badly wants to see. We're looking for the Coup de Grace pickups as well.
Oh yes.
Alright now, Duke of Yasha. They've got the Slaughter, they've got the Phantom Assassin, Winter Wyvern and Dazzler right now. Over the side of Thunderbolts Gaming, they've got the
10
Lifestealer,
seconds remaining.
Faceless Void and Bane. Looking to pick up mid-hero right now, as the Faceless Void will likely go off lane. It will be a Zeus.
Radiant
Here
team.
comes the lightning.
You can't run from heaven. And that will be the pickup right now on the side of Thunderbolts Gaming. Deciding to go for the Zeus. And Duke of Yasha for the final ban will likely be banning another support.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And Duke of Yasha.
Reserve
They've
time.
got one final ban left up their sleeves. Let's see what they decide to go with. They're likely going to ban a support, and yes, it will be a Crystal Maiden support ban
Dire
coming out.
team back.
Dire will be looking to take out a mid-hero. Or could be looking to ban out a hard carry.
10
Depends on
seconds
how Duke of
remaining.
Yasha will line things up, but right now, Thunderbolts Gaming. Perhaps looking to
5
ban out a
seconds
hard
remaining.
carry. Anti-Mage still in the pool. Luna, Drow Ranger all still available to them. Let's see what they choose to ban out. They will choose to ban the Huskar out.
Dire team pick.
Right now the final pickup coming in will be a Pudge!
Radiant team pick.
Thunderbolts Gaming with that Pudge pickup. It'll be very interesting to see. This is either going to be a very fast game or a very long game.
Yes, very long.
Right now, Jigayasha with the final pickup. Let's see who they
10
choose for their
seconds
hard
remaining.
carry.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Looks like Duke of Yasha will round things up with the pickup of the hard carry in the Anti-Mage. So, Duke of Yasha with a more lineup that we're familiar to seeing in the metagame combination onto that Dazzle, Vindfire, onto the Winter Wyvern, Cold Snap playing the Phantom Assassin, B80 onto the Slaughter. Last but not least, of course, BMS onto the Anti-Mage. And just a quick pause as another disconnect comes in. We'll just wait for them to resume before we continue with the introductions. And we resume. Taz Haha onto that Pudge. And we've got, what is this? Mutaku onto the Bane. Oh, looks like Mutaku's got a few fans in the house. Pussy onto the Zeus. Oh my god. Aku Hebat onto that live stealer. Last but not least, of course, Kalpon onto the Faceless Void on the off lane. Oh, that's a quick pause coming in from the players. Everything okay, guys?
What?
Keyboard. Shift key stuck. So long, some more years and build up. Oh yeah, the full title. No, it's okay, one more time. Straight back into the game right now as the pause resumes. Looks like they've settled out all the issues. Now Aku Hebat onto the life stealer. I've got to be very careful right now. The Pudge does have level 1 hook. So right now the bouncy runes will be contested by both teams on both sides, but of course expecting a fight coming in right now. Pings coming out left, right and center. Sentry ward coming in. And the Bane will be there to collect onto that bounty rune. So quite unfortunately, they won't be able to take it. Looks like the players by Jig of Yasha are reading into it really well, seeing that shenanigans are up to it, as the other bounty rune will actually go to the anti-mage. So instead of usually going to the mid heroes, it looks like the carry hero will be able to secure it. Gets him ever closer to that battle fury of his. Settling into the lanes, Winter Wyvern as well as the Slardar moving their way onto that top lane as Aku Hebat on the Nikes as well as Taz Haha on a roaming Pudge. Coming out over on the top lane, so not really support but more of a position 3.5 considering the item that he's got. Stout Shield, Smoke, Tango, Observer Ward as well as Gauntlets of Strength. In the mid lane, we do have the show off between Cold Snap as well as Zeus. And of course in that off lane is Kaupun, BMS and Carnation. As I say, that looks like 3 heroes are coming to congregate. A good sleep coming in onto BAT, looking to clear the way for the hook, but not being able to come in. There's actually the Arctic Burn coming in from Vinfire, slowing things down. It's a good crush coming in onto Aku Hebat. A good hook as well coming in onto Vinfire, being slowed down as well. Open wounds. Will this be first blood? Actually, Thunderbolt's Gaming will get it first blood onto Vinfire. Hops now BAT in a lot of trouble. Another hook. 3 seconds. 2, 1. We'll get the hook right now. Oh, there you go. Crush coming in. But there you go, another TP coming in for the Winter Wyvern. They're not able to actually extend into the aggression as open wounds. Another 2 seconds of cooldown. So there you go, really playing well right there. The Bane and Pudge support duo. Securing the kill, securing the first blood. Pussy onto that mid lane. We'll be looking to try to see if he secures that last hit. Yes, he will with the Arc Lightning. Over the bottom lane, it looks like Carnation as well as BMS will be more than happy to be slightly more passive. As in terms of last hits and denies, it is the Zeus leading the way. We'll get that DD rune as well. We'll get a Stifling Dagger for his troubles, but other than that, things will clear up. Vinfire Holmes onto the Winter Wyvern now. Being left here solo. Actually, B80 has to TP back into the lane as he went back to regen. Well, they've got to be really careful about this. Oh, over on the bottom lane, it looks like Anti-Mage was able to chase the Phaser's Void, being brought down to about 9 HP. So overextension there from the Phaser's Void for some reason. Actually dying. Not expected at all right there. Phaser's Void, of course, with that time walk, shouldn't have been one to fall. 1 for 1 now, 2 minutes into the game, as both offlaners seems to have paid the price. Into Haha, just faking the hooks left and right, trying to see if he can force anything out. Successful pull coming through onto that hot cam. As it looks like the Dire team are leading in terms of last hits, 13-12, 13-1, 11-2. Kaupun being very aggressive right now. Actually standing up all the way in front. Just copying some harassment coming in from Carnation. We'll get the last hit, as well as the hard camp right now. Additional goal coming into his pocket right there. We'll have a lot more regeneration coming in. Tango, as well as a healing salve. Cold Snap, on the other hand, is out of regen. Has to be very careful. No wand, interestingly, when he's playing up against Zeus. Instead, Zeus is the first one with a magic stick. Right now, we're about to approach 4 minutes into the game. Stifling Dagger, keeping Zeus nice and low, 300 HP, no charges left in the bottle. In top lane. Looks like Taz Haha just showing himself mid. Phantom Assassin's got to be very careful, but is out of range of the hook. Level 1 hook only, so no real threat just yet. Three heroes from the Dire team right now in this mid lane. Pussy, Tazaha, and Mutaku. Just hanging around lane. Bane as well as the Pudge looking to secure another Nightmare sleep into hook. Just to guarantee the damage as well as the repositioning. But right now Kaupun will have a nice big creep wave under his own tower. Should be able to get all the last hits on this. And we'll be able to get his level 6 right after.
Dire's bottom tower.
Bane playing in the Fox, stifling Diver coming to the roster. There you go. That's a sleep coming in. Windfire Holmes look at the hook as well. Rot as well coming in, but immediately Cold Embrace coming in. They're looking to dive now. Pussy is really low, but we'll have the magic stick charges and we'll actually get back. And actually Slaughter will fall over in the top lane. Open wounds as well as the Orb of Venom. Actually being able to secure that kill, very interesting. Sprint should have been able to bring it out, but I think that the Lifesteal probably saved the open wounds until the last moment. Blind hook coming in, doesn't really hit anything.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, Faceless Void, Anti-Mage trading blows. Anti-Mage will of course have the advantage in that with every bit of mana, but he does a little bit of bonus damage. Looks like the support duo is right now just roaming together. And Zeus just bottling up his mates. Just making sure they've got a little bit more mana, a little bit more HP to continue doing what they want to do. And looks like Faceless Void, no mana, so probably this is how they got the kill early on. Time Walk. Not enough mana for it. Poison Touch coming in. Will they die for this? It doesn't have mana for Time Walk, has to be very, very careful. Actually, Kaupun playing very, very aggressive right now. Actually, level 6 does have his Chronosphere, but of course, no mana to use it. Trading blows with the Anti-Mage has a price. Being able to de-ward that, of course, with the Thunderbolt coming out from the Zeus. Able to reveal the ward. Another sleep coming in. Cold Snaps in a lot of trouble. TPs coming in left, right, and center. Actually, 3 TPs coming in. V80s, be careful. Oh, ultimate being popped, but barely survives. 50 HP. Tazaha coming in for another hook. Vivify Holmes is low. They're going to go for it. Rot as well, but the Grave is there for the kill. Actually, on the Slaughter first. They're trading off 1 for 1 right now. And Vivify Holmes with next one to follow. The Brain Snap will actually secure the kills. So 2 for 1 now. The kills as over the bottom lane. Actually, it looks like Anti-Mage, surprisingly, dying. Perhaps the time lock kicking in for that one. Let's look at it. Yep, must have been the bash coming in from the time lock, securing the kill. Anti-Mage not shouldn't have died there, considering he does have the blink. But anyway, as things stand in terms of net worth, we do have the Knights leading things, 3.1k gold. Zeus as well, not too far behind, 2.9k. And they're going to look to pressure this top tier 1 tower as Akuhebat is just standing in front of it. He knows the Slaughter is there, but saying, what can you do, mate? I'll just kill you. Does have the open wounds as well as Orb of Venom at the ready. Of course, the thing about lives is he does so much more damage to tanky heroes. Goes for a crush, but sprints out immediately.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tazaha being part of 2 kills already. And looks like there's going to be a small rotation coming in right now. They're picking it out, so of course most likely this will be the next target, but playing very passively. Looking at the vision right now on this side, yes, they do spot them out just at the edge of the vision, but at the same time over the bottom lane, Chronosphere being committed right now. BMS is in a lot of trouble. Time Lock once again actually will be able to blink out safely. Now Akuhebat coming in onto BAT, a little bit of regression coming in. There you go, open wounds coming in. He's being slowed down. Tazaha will be crushed right now. The Bane is right there, able to go for the sleep. Instead, we'll actually just go for the damage debuff, and there you go. Slaughter just running ring around the rosies. A good timing of the Knights, and there will be another kill in favor. And over onto the bottom lane, actually, Winter Wyvern also falling down, so that's 2 kills all over the place. Zeus goes to ultimate as well, but Kaupumi brought really low. Faces what will fall, but Grave will just save him in time. The Bane is here. If he puts him to sleep, he'll be able to get the kill, but that's going to be the end of it. After that fight all over the place, it will be 3 for 7 right now, the total score.
Radiant's top tower has
As
fallen.
goal exchange, of course, being in huge favor of the Knights. And right now, another bash coming in onto the BAT, being able to get the kill. And now Tazaha trying to get a rebuttal for it. A good crush coming in, but the rod is there. Looks like Tazaha will pay the price. Amplify damage. One more right click coming in. Goes for the hook. Actually, the rod will actually get the kill first. Incredible play there by the Pudge. That was under a heavy pressure situation, but he was able to handle that and just get the hook in at that final moment, securing the pure damage onto the Slaughter. 4 for 8 right now to score, 10 minutes into the game. Finfar Holmes onto that Winter Wyvern. Playing a bit aggressive, coming for his Kaufun, but it's a really aggressive play. Over the bot lane, looks like Akuhebat coming for the chase onto the Dazzle. Anti-Mage will try to be sort of a buffer, but they've got to be very careful. TP support's coming in the form of the Winter Wyvern. And he shows his face off. Will they go for the initiation? But they've got to be careful, of course. Not to forget the rage is still there in terms of immunity. There you go, open wounds straight onto the Winter Wyvern. Arctic Man try to come over, causing the fly, and there you go, the Grave Hook up. The hook actually hooks his own teammate. So they should disengage right now, but instead they look to try to fight. Infest coming in, causing a good amount of damage right now. Tazaha has no mana, but does have the rod coming in, but the crush on the 2 right now. Blink strike coming in for the Phantasm in the backline. 2 heroes will quickly fall as the Zeus ultimate comes on as well. Mutaku doesn't have any HP right now, but the backlines of things looks like the Zeus is right there. Doesn't have any mana. Looking to go for him in Incarnation right now. Good crush, and there you go, mana void as well. Oh, it looks like it's going to be 7-9 right now. Very tight neck and neck game. Let's take a quick look over the graph. It is swinging upwards slightly in favor of Joy, but of course the advantage still in the hands of the Dire team.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, that Pudge, we just praised him earlier in the top lane for being able to land a hook under high pressure situations. He missed his hook that time, and it was on a perfectly standing still Winter Wyvern who was in cold embrace. Unfortunately not being able to hit it, hooking instead his own teammate in the form of the Bane. And right now they're going to push down, apply some pressure right now on this bottom tier 1 tower. They should get right up in the face of the Anti-Mage, who's actually building into the Vladmir's offering after completing the Perseverance. There you go. Hook coming in onto Vinfire Holmes. Not level 6 yet, but the rod is dead. Arctic Ben will look to try to go over onto the cliffs and will be relatively safe. So over right now. Chronosphere actually being committed. That's a Dazzle being out of the picture. Kalpoon getting the kill right there with the aid of the life stealers. So no Dazzler in this team fight. They've got to be really careful right now. BMS trying to find the time lock coming in as well. Oh, just gets out of it just in time. Amplify damage onto Kaufun. Blink strike as well, but a good sleep coming in. Hook as well coming in onto BAT. The Slaughter is now a lot of trouble. Braids up as well. Cold Embrace coming up, but there you go. That's the Zeus ultimate. Getting the kill. One more right click, and that's 2 heroes down in quick succession. BMS and Cold Snap have got to get out of here as quickly as they can, and there you go. We'll TP out safely. So Thunderbolts 2 showing off that they can fight as well. The Zeus ultimate dealing massive amounts of damage. Does have that Aether Lens, so perhaps that is why an additional 5% damage output from his spells, and they will be able to claim this bottom tier 1 tower. Anti-Mage may be leaking the net worth, but right after him are 3 dire heroes in a row. And as I said, that Nyx will leapfrog him and will have the highest net worth on the map right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Interesting to note that even though the Pudge is a support, goes to the Tranquil, doesn't have any mana regeneration, so should probably have gone into a Soul Ring build as well. Just make sure he has enough mana for the at least the meat hook or in the Dismember if so required. But actually, TP coming in from the Lifestealer. Looks like a small trip coming out from the Dire team, just traipsing through their own jungle. Looks like they're looking to set a trap right now, and it's well read. As the BAT will be able to move out. They got vision onto the Anti-Mage. It blinks up to the north. And there you go. That's the Thunderbolt God's Wrath. BMS is caught in the middle of that things right now. Even get the Fiend's Grip and the hook. And that's the Anti-Mage down. Really, really well executed there from the side of Thunderbolts. Anti-Mage not wanting to TP out. Slaughter had the correct idea. And they managed to catch the Anti-Mage with his pants down. 22 seconds on the sideline, 22 seconds of not farming. Even more space for the Zeus right now to continue that pressure over the mid lane, but now looks like Akuhebat onto that Nyx does have the Blightstone for that added effect. Has sold his Orb of Venom. And now Taz haha onto the Pudge. Level 8, max level hook. Let's see what he can make happen with this. Possibly might going for the Aether Lens. Finfar Holmes. And looks like the Rage coming in, bringing forward Chronosphere as well. Will just catch the Anti-Mage at the edge of things as Finfar Holmes with Carnation. Immediately targets, so they're not able to get the Grave off right now. Right now, the Winds of Wyvern next one to fall 2 for nothing. BMS goes about one to Copen, but Copen in time locks it off. And will be able to negate most of the damage. Crush coming out onto Akuhebat, but that's the end of things. Blink forward from the Phantom Assassin. Cold Snap will actually die from that aggression. As Bane able to come with the Cold Snap and one more kill. 4 for 2 trade right now. Anti-Mage being put to sleep. Will they continue this aggression? They've got to be very careful. And they will look to actually fall back as actually 2 seconds off from the Thunder God's Wrath. But in that fight, all in all, 4 for 2 in favor of Thunderbolts. And they even get that mid-tier 1 tower to add. Kaufun looking to build up into that Yasha. Gets a TP scroll just in case. Anti-Mage about 750 gold away from his completion of the Battle Fury, so from being the first and leading in terms of net worth, instead it is a Faceless Void now. So the Dire Heroes are extremely well farmed. Look at the Faceless Void, what's he got? Completed Vlad's Yasha and about 250 gold. Exchanging positions, these two. Anti-Mage desperately needs his Battle Fury right now, looking to go for the split push, but not being able to find safe areas to farm. Everywhere he goes, he's being pressured so hard. And point booster pick up from the Zeus, so looking to go into that Aghanim's Scepter as soon as possible. Duke of Yasha. Just looking to try to get some vision in their own jungle and are able to do so. Feeling very, very pressured earlier on by all the ganks coming in left, right, and center. They finally got some vision down on their jungle, but of course, they've got to be very careful as the Zeus is able to reveal any of the observer wards. And yes, it will be the Aether Lens as to pick up the energy booster onto that Pudge. Now they've got to be very careful as to where they TP into this mid tier 2 tower if they want to defend it. Siege creep will be there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Blink Void, Chronosphere onto 3. Hook as well, straight onto the Dazzle. Dazzle out of the picture. No shot of coming from the Thunder God's Wrath as well being committed right now. There you go, there it is. And the Rage as well as the Infest will cost for a kill. 3 for nothing right now in favor of Thunderbolts. Excellent. Excellent team fight coordination coming out from the Dire team right now. 9 to 20 the score as we approach the 19-minute mark. Alright, Chronosphere catching 3. They should have been a little bit more careful with that, not deciding to go whether or not they want to go forward or backwards. Instead, they were scattered. They should have just defended on the high ground, but instead, trying to push forward cost them heavily as a Chronosphere caught 3 people perfectly. And right now, even trading blows with that tier 2 though gets a hook onto his own creep. Almost, actually. And now, Kalpun has to be very careful. Being brought down low, time walks away. Winterscars catching a good one on him. 5 heroes being caught and Kalpunster being caught up. And now the blink ball from the starter as well as a crash on him. That means 2 for nothing right now. Crits coming out left, right, and center. Now next to fall will be the Pudge. And it is a 3 for nothing trade. Overextension right now. They're going to chase even further. Pussy has to be very careful right now. As BMS will blink even forward. Does have the Mana Void. And actually will be able to secure the kill. And there you go. 4 for nothing. A bit of an overextension there over the side of the Thunderbolts. And it will be a tier 1 tower transition right now. As it looks like Duke of Yasha gonna push this down and should successfully be able to do so.
Structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Faceless Void does have the Yasha completed. 700 gold as well. Anti-Mage back to the top of the charts with the completed Battle Fury and a Yasha of his own at about 400 gold.
Double down on sorcery.
Now Kalpun actually going into the Ancients of his own. Pudge will be able to have that Aether Lens very, very soon. Just needs a recipe to pick it up. Already has the Ring of Health in his stash. Looking at the item progressions right now. Pussy about 1,700 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter. Lifestealer looking to go into a Desolator. Needs another 300 gold for it. Very, very close, as well as the Bane. Does have the Glimmer Cape already, so they've got to be very careful. Duke of Yasha, do they have any Invis revealed right now on this support? Does have a Sentry Ward, as well as the Mechanism in about 900 gold, but other than that, no real way to reveal the Invis coming out from that Glimmer Cape. Now Kalpun is the only one showing right now. They've got to be very careful of how they initiate it. The Chronosphere has caught them off guard quite a number of times. Picking out the Zeus. Getting ever closer to the Aghanim Scepter. Would have preferred a Veil of Discord onto that Zeus, but looks like he prefers to go a different direction. Oh, a disconnection coming in onto Winter Wyvern, so a quick pause. It looks like his connection to the server just timed out. And he will be reconnecting. Right back into the game, 13 for 20 right now, the score 21 minutes into the game. And Mutaku going for these aggressive wards once again, trying to find out anything, but all the wards have almost expired. But that single one right there, no idea it's there. Scan being used, trying to see if anyone's farming, but not being able to spot it out. Life Stealer does have the Desolator completed, so even more damage right there. BMS on the Anti-Mage, pushing this top tier 1 tower. Zeus has got to be very careful, and will actually not even be able to get the deny, as the tower will be destroyed by the siege crit. Over on the bottom lane, Takut showing himself off. Now, looks like the Radiant team want to punish this. 23 minutes into the game, but it looks like neither team wants to make any move right now. All ultimates are off cooldown, so they'll be able to use that edit backhand called Pudge. Being a bit passive right now, it has completed the 8th lens, and that is the range of his hook. You can see. Looks like they're trying to figure out where the vision is, but not being able to spot things out. Carnation being on the dazzle, looking to try to find any wards, not being able to find any, to his frustration, as I'm sure. Sentry wards not the cheapest item, especially when you consider you're a support, and right now there will be a surprise package in that Pudge, as it will be infested within the Pudge, the Life Stealer. Let's see if they're able to make anything happen with this Pudge showing off onto the mid lane. A very tempting target, so to speak, considering he is a support. But all the while, Duke of Yasha, they're not falling for the bait. They're actually just going to fall back, continue their farming pattern. Looks like Harpoon coming up forward. They've been caught off guard again before by the Chronosphere. Let's see if it happens again. Taz, haha, being very aggressive right now, will actually be coming for a hook straight onto Midfire Holmes, explodes! And right now Carnation will have to self-grave himself. BATQ coming with a good double man crush, but already is used with the Thunder God's Wrath buyback coming up from Winter Wyvern, but Blink forward, Chronosphere as well. That's a Phantom Assassin being caught out right now. Tazza How with the run as well, so gets in a triple kill for the Zeus. 3 for nothing right now. And I think it's a dieback from the Phantom Assassin, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's actually the buyback from the Winter Wyvern, and looks like it will be a dieback as Windfire Holmes will fall a second time. 13 to 25 now in favor of Team Thunderbolts. 25 minutes into the game. And looks like they will able to get the first racks of the game. The Desolator onto that Life Stealer, doing a lot of damage onto these buildings. And just like that, they get their first racks. Unfortunately, not being able to continue the push. As the tier 2 op, as I say that, they're going directly for the tier 4s.
Tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Blink forward as well as the amount of white cancelling on the TP. Pussy right now in a lot of trouble. No force stuff, no Blink Dagger, and he will. Oh, good hook, but BAT coming in with the amplified damage, and that crush will secure the kill onto the Zeus. Good attempt to save. One of the problems with the Zeus, of course, is the lack of mobility. So would have liked a Blink Dagger or even a Force Staff at the very least, but unfortunately Zeus, not the most mobile of heroes, easily caught out. 3, 4, 5 movement speed only. And just like that, it is 14 to 25 as we are 26 minutes into the game. Kaupun onto this Faceless Void, leading the way in terms of net worth for his team, but still about 1,000 gold, 1,700 gold away from that Anti-Mage who's just streaking ahead. We'll have a Vladimir's offering of his own, Manta style, as well as the Battle Fury. Faceless Void instead, wondering what his next item will be. Does have a decent amount of gold. Seems to have a bit of problem with the mana regeneration. 21 HP. And we'll come back. It's like Anti-Mage over in the top lane, farming the jungle of the Dire, doing his best to split farm as much as he can. Zeus has respawned. Aghanim Scepter completed, so even more damage. Tazhaha, 1700 gold, perhaps looking to go for the 4-staff. A lot of pings coming out right there, as 3 heroes of the Radiant team show themselves off here on the bottom lane. And they've got to be very careful right now. Pudge coming in, Hook coming in, actually catches Windfire home from range, immediate Cold Embrace coming in. Will they fight this? B80 already coming in with Phantom Assassin coming in, good Chronosphere onto 3 as well as a Fiend's Grip. And the damage output from the Zeus is just too much. BMS trying to do as much as he can right now, but his teammates are falling left, right, and so they will get them out of void. So there will be 4 heroes dead, but right now BMS is only 1 left remaining. And he will have to retreat as 4 of his teammates have already died. And all this while the fight is going, the Nyx is still top, pushing and building towards that Assault Cuirass.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
3.7k damage done there. Thunder God's Wrath being most of it. And it will be a free tier 2 tower. Top lane, no, actually will retreat. Not looking to push the agenda, will fall back. Doesn't want to overextend, considering that his allies are over onto that bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Siege creep coming out to aid with the push. No one really coming yet to defend here on this top lane. They've got to be very careful with the defense though. They don't know what's hiding behind the fog. And BAT will just look to try to deny this immediately.
Illusion.
So sacrificing a little bit of map control for themselves right now. Let's see if this gank will work out. BMS should get a free kill right now onto the Bane. Blink forward, yep, Manta Star as well, and the Bash. Blown up that Skull Basher.
An abomination.
Being there, aiding with even more damage. So Flace's Void has to be a bit more careful. Looking to build into that MKB. And it's about 1000 gold away from it. Half an hour mark as we hit in about a couple of seconds. 16 to 29 now in favor of Team Thunderbolts. They've got 1 lane Rax advantage. There still is a tier 2 tower remaining standing over onto the bottom lane. But other than that, they have been winning the team fights more or less irregularly. Live Stealing. Just about a recipe away from that Assault Cuirass and will get in a few hundred gold. As Aqua Hebat trying to catch up to that Anti-Mage, but it will be very difficult as the Anti-Mage is just able to bounce across the map from time to time, and they are retreating immediately after that Thunder God's Wrath coming out from the Zeus. Not wanting to push the agenda, not wanting to risk extending. Again, this is a single elimination match, so the loser will be sent home and the winner proceeds to the quarterfinals, which will be played at 10:30 AM tomorrow. Over the side of the Dire, Lifestealer will be the frontliner with a completed Assault Cuirass, so this tier 2 tower should fall really quickly in addition to Desolated. There you go, -5. Just waiting for the Lifestealer to get a few hits onto it. And -12 armor, and that's how fast it falls, very fast indeed. They will look to glyph this. Defense coming in right now. Looks like they're coming in, immediate Arctic Burn coming in, Blink Void as well, but the hook onto the back lines, but immediately the Void will be blown up as the Mana Void as well, 1-for-1 right now. And B80 with the Fiend's Grip as well coming out onto the Anti-Mage, preventing him from causing any more damage, but the next will be the Lifestealer to fall, dominating, double kill right now for the Anti-Mage. They're looking to chase right now, and Pussy actually gets the kill straight onto the Slaughter, but because Thunder God's Wrath finally comes in and gets a triple kill onto the Zeus. And right now, immediate buyback coming in from the Slaughter. It will be a triple kill in exchange for another one. Buyback from the Slaughter, but no real avail. No point in that buyback, I think. It's just wasting his own gold.
Regeneration.
So going on to that Void before the Void even has an opportunity to get that Time Walk Chronosphere off. Proving to be very wise indeed. Abyssal Blade completed onto BMS. So some even more lockdown for his team right now. Considering they don't have any reliable stuns. Doing pretty well so far. 20 to 33 right now into the daytime. As Taz Haha onto the Pudge. What's his item? Oh, actually has a Blink Dagger. Not too shabby for a roaming Pudge, considering he didn't have a steady lane and rope Blink bought from Kaufum. Abyssal Blade as well. Very, very confident in this. Looks at the faces, but will fall.
Souls in deficit.
No, not the best play coming up there from the Faceless Void. Not too sure what he was thinking. Anti-Mage, 2k gold in the bank. Does have a couple more slots before he's fully equipped, fully 6 slotted. Looks like he's gonna try to see if he can pick up anyone else into the Dai jungle. Moving forward by the Pudge, looking for the fake look. Oh! Very, very close. A good juke coming out, but immediately Anti-Mage is there. Rot. Oh my goodness, is this where the Anti-Mage finally falls? One more hit. Oh, actually blinks away! With 100 HP. The Bane wasn't there enough. Blink away from the hook as well. Well played from Duke of Yasha. They're outplaying Thunderbolts right now. Nice hooks. Right now, looks like the Radiant team, they are 1 rank down. They do not have the map control, but in terms of net worth, they are slowly pulling it up. EXP still in huge favor of the Dire team. Double damage in the Faceless Void as well will assist them. Radiant team moving at S4, trying to see if they can get any of their wards up right now. There you go, that's an observer ward being placed up on the high ground. Looking to try to see if it's possible for them to just push out, but as things stand, they're more than happy to just swarm up in their own jungle, push out the lanes a little bit more. Phantom Assassin, very close to her BKB. And just like that, ages of the Immortal onto the Faceless Void. They should really take advantage of this. Try to see if they're able to get any objective gaming right now. And BMS will actually move into... Oh, the hook just missing. And immediately the mana being drained out of that Pudge. Just by a couple of illusions. So the Anti-Mage slowly but surely on his way to the heart of Tarask with the Reaver already completed. Does have enough gold, perhaps about 1,000 more to complete it. Just needs a bit booster as well as a recipe. Other than that, Dire team moving as 5. Oh, Void actually completing up his next big item. Does have the MKB already, so butterflies will be useless. Phantom Assassin will be useless as well. Any hero caught in the chronosphere can be considered dead. Time walk forward. He's got to be really careful with this.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
As they're pushing, Anti-Mage is still on that bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
they've got to be very, very careful. Anti-Mage actually getting a good hook onto the Dazzle, as well as the Chronosphere yet to come in. Anti-Mage is still pushing very, very hard. Finally does look to TP back. Triple kill coming out right there. Chronosphere finally does come out. Anti-Mage is caught in the midst of things, but there's just not enough damage as BMS is a little bit too tanky. But there you go, being slowed down by the open wounds. Time walk forward. Anti-Mage, be careful and will fall. Buyback coming in. Will he have it? Yes, he will. Cold Snap next to fall. Carnation falling down one by one. Anti-Mage, you can't go 1v4, my friend. And looks like that's another lane of racks coming out here for Team Thunderbolts. Well played by them. Anti-Mage,
Radiant's top barracks.
he thought it was tanky enough, but unfortunately
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
won't have any gold for the heart anymore. Kalpun coming forward, Vinfire with a really good cold embrace, as well as Winter's Curse, but will actually fall. Kalpun on a killing spree right now. BMS trying to get a kill, but it locks as well from the Faceless Void. Those bashes dealing so much damage, no mana at all, so they've got to be very careful before they decide to push it any further. But of course, Aegis of Immortal still there for the Faceless Void. Now, the Dire team just gonna go back, regenerate themselves up, get some more HP and mana up before they decide to push onto that final racks on the bottom lane. That's all that stands between them and proceeding over to the quarterfinals for tomorrow. Now, Duke of Yasha, of course, will have to play their best game right now. In terms of net worth, it is an ugly dip towards the south. 14,000 in favor of the Dire team, 10,000 in terms of EXP in favor of Thunderbolt. So they've got to try their best right now. Looks like Mutaku is going around with awards. Glimmercape has been saving them quite a lot of times. Faceless Void farming up even more. His Aegis will expire in a couple of minutes. Actually, will expire in about 1 minute and a half. We'll have enough gold for his next big item, but of course we'll want to save for that buyback. And now, Pudge going for a roam around will have his Aghanim Scepter in about 900 gold. So he's being part of 24 kills as he leads the way in terms of assists right there. Taz Haha on that roaming Pudge doing very, very well in this game. The lockdown coming in with the Dismember onto the Anti-Mage proving very, very valuable. His Aegis will expire. And right now, one final Rax remaining. Anti-Mage pushing out the top as hard as he can. But I'm not sure if it will be worth it. This is a big creep wave coming in.
Is under attack.
And they're gonna go immediately bring forward onto Vinfire. Holmes Grave coming in, Chronosphere catching 4, Thunder Gods are up there as well. Another hook coming in. There's gonna be 4 heroes down. Anti-Mage left, but Anti-Mage is trying to fight this as much as he can. Blink forward for the buyback slider. Actually, Fiend Script coming onto BMS. Slider will fall. Next will be the Anti-Mage, and this is the end. I think this is the nail in the coffin. Thunderbolts will be going for the Mega Creeps. And it looks like there will be no coming back from this. And well played being called. Nope, actually a little bit of cockiness coming in from the Lifestealer. And there you go, Dismember coming onto BMS will have the damage to do that. Hook as well, pure damage being locked down right now. Anti-Mage surviving.
Is under attack.
Just about 400 HP. Mega Creeps right now. And Tier 4s will be next to fall. Taunting in front of the fountain right there.
Radiant's middle tower.
As the throne will be the target. BMS coming in once again, blinking forward. On talking about Winter's Curse as well, trying to go for one last fight, one last hurrah, just in case that they may be able to pull themselves back in this, but they've got to be very careful. Winter's Curse as well as the Cold Embrace being used right there. Winter Weapon already falling, and there will be the throne falling. GG being called. Thank you and good night.